Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to How Stock Trades. How's everybody doing? How are you doing, Sitter Chops? What's going on? All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining. So I wanted to make this video kind of conglomeration. We're going to be talking about smart money, dumb money, some technical analysis. Why the hell's Tesla been going up? And we've covered this in our stock terminal way back in January 27. We're going to talk about this technical analysis line I drew and how it's been respected. But the biggest thing I want to talk about, guys, just want to keep it real here. I want to share with you guys something because, so I'm in Tennessee. I'm doing a internship right now, sub internship, and what I like to do when I'm trying to evaluate a place that I want to potentially work out, and just I do a little differently. For me, I like to derive my strength and my work ethic. It's kind of not the best, but just from the people I serve. And so when I get tired, I just think of those people, and I just kind of think of those folks, and it's like these are the people that I'm fighting for. So I was getting my hair cut with this young, well, she looks young, black woman. I don't know how young she is. She's 25. She has a son that's 25 years old. So there's that. But she looks really young. And I was telling her kind of about, what means a lot to me as, a future surgeon. And, so she opened up to me and she said, when I first was about to have my baby, she's literally, mind you, she was 9 months pregnant, right? Her belly's humongous. Her older brother said, you need to take care of this one. They already have a jail cell with his name on it. So just imagine you being a single mom. Okay? Single mom. And oh no. So yeah, how you doing TSS? And give me some Belgian chocolate. No, I'm not down. It's just I'm reflecting, right? Because in life you go into these periods of happiness and sadness, and this lady talked to me and she said, imagine being pregnant, because most people when they're pregnant, it's a very happy memory, you know what I mean? At least right? So imagine being told, you got to take care of this young black boy because your country has a jail cell waiting for him, a nice snug jail cell with his name on it. Isn't that terrible, right? That's the story of a young black man in America, right? So anyway, that kind of got me thinking. So, obviously you guys know my story. It doesn't take much to figure it out. I've told you guys. And that's weird. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe because I'm traveling. I'm not too sure, Shant. I'm not too sure. Oh, hello. I'm here. I'm the dumbest money ever. A truly clove tart. So, this story got me thinking. And, here it is. Life is a circle of happiness, sadness, hard times, and good times. If you're going through hard times, have faith that, good times are on the way. And, I feel like as a community, we've all experienced this, especially kind of what's been, what happened pre-Clover, with the SaaS announcement, subscription as a service, and, just all the great things that's been happening to the company. This is not I told you so video. No, this is, this was a tough hold. This was a very hard hold. You really had to have conviction here. But what I want to focus on is not so much the psychology of the markets, because we've talked about that a lot, and we will in the future, of course. We have to remind ourselves. But I got to reflect, and I was like, you know what? Like, why am I doing this, right? Why am I trying to be a brain surgeon, right? Why am I trying to, do this finance thing? It's a VPN. You might be in Texas with the the little you trying to get access to another website. I'm just kidding, right? If you guys watch the most recent All In podcast, if you know, you know. But it really got me thinking, guys. Like, why am I doing this, right? And I've told you guys why, but I just want to like think about it, like, why, right? Because I don't have time for this, to create the stock terminal, to put this together. Obviously, this makes me happy, but the question is why? And it's just who in here, you guys are listening, right? Who in here is just tired of just working that 9 to 5? Some people enjoy it, right? But who, you're not even the 9 to 5, because I find work, I love what I do. But who in here just is tired of wanting to do some good in the world, but not have the capital and not have the means to do it? Right? I mean, some of you guys have children. For me, I don't have kids, but I'm just projecting what you may be feeling, because when I look at, my dog, I want to give that dog the best life, considering, dogs live less than us. I want this dog, to have the best life, right? So, I assume you guys think the same with your children, right? So, for me, it's like, I studied every billionaire that exists, and I was like, frick, man, a lot of these people follow Benjamin Graham value investing. So, I see all these rich folks make this money. Nancy Pelosi, do I need to say more? Making millions of dollars. I think better investor than Warren Buffett, right? And here we are, the people of the world struggling, part of the system that makes the world go around. And I found the answer, and here I have a piece of the answer of what it takes to get that American dream. Not just the American dream of getting a home and getting your, your nice, American home with your backyard, your wife and kids. I'm talking about the big American dream. The American dream where, you are part of that 0.001%, where you're able to sleep and able to generate millions of dollars, right? Where you're able to do what you want and not just create wealth for yourself, but wealth for the rest of your dynasty and genetic offspring, right? I've taken so many public health courses, and it all comes down to money. We need more funding. And it's like, the government's not going to solve our problems. We have to solve our problems together, right? So I just kind of thought of everything and just kind of thinking, and it's like, why am I doing this, right? Because if you look at my academic pedigree, this was a big aberration, right? This is not something that people like me do, right? But the thing is, Muhammad Ali, one of his friends, said, if you don't take risks, you will accomplish nothing in life. And I'm not trying to accomplish shit, right? I'm not trying to accomplish, whatever this is. What I'm trying to really do is I'm trying to create something where not only, given I've seen it has changed my life, I'm trying to share this. And if I can reach, and look at, the people that are on here, 42 people I see from my screen here. I think, if I can click on it, 22 from X and 18 from YouTube here. From those folks, we're touching people's lives, right? And I can only imagine, and I only think of, they just, don't care, but just imagine if Nancy Pelosi did this with her following. Just imagine how many lives she can touch, how many children's lives she can change by just showing how she trades. She won't, right? She's not, because she doesn't care, right? The song from Tupac, they don't give an F about us, right? They have money for wars but can't feed the poor, right? So I just kind of been on this reflection, because I see this young black woman and her struggles. I'm in Memphis, one of the most dangerous cities supposedly in America, And I just see Emil's Durkheim's, sociologist here, endpoint of what he talked about of a cancer of society, when this could be this is the byproduct of capitalism, when you have areas where people make their money but don't want to spend that money in that area. So it's an honor to work here. It's an honor to serve these patients. But I have to say, like, creating this, YouTube channel and the stock terminal. I mean, I just got a fire marshal just reach out to me yesterday, and he's on he got our mastering stock market course, and God bless you, man. It just, you don't know how good it feels to help. Like, just I mean, just imagine, like, in my mind, imagine if this, all of the capital and everything and all this education that we created and the resources we provided can change people's lives to a point where they can be free. You know what I mean? They can be free to do whatever they want. And imagine, let's say, if they, for example, have the freedom to just go to church and be able to spend some time with their God and be able to have that rather than trying to worry about paying bills. I think I've done a good job in my life, right? So, and it's really cool because, I take care of patients in the hospital, and then, this here thing is working, and, so, it's so I just get, sometimes I sit down and I reflect, right? So let me see here. Comments here. Anyone can overcome obstacles in life. It all comes down to how much they want to change. I get it, man. I know you're tired, man. I know you're tired of this. I signed up for the Peace Corps. Don't need the money. Just tired of the grind. Follow your God and not the government, and things will work out just great. Go Clove. Yeah. So, it seems to me that this thing is happening right now with Clover. We have a CFO that's very active, just complete 360 from the last CFO. We're about to activate the SaaS business, if not have already activated it for, of course, right? We know that. We don't know what the price to sales is going to be, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this thing can be 5, could be 7, could be 10, could be even 15, could be even more. And, everyone's talking about AI, but no one's talking about AI in healthcare. Maybe you're starting to read a little bit here and there of articles, but once that becomes mainstream, Clover is that one, guys. Okay. You know what I mean? So it's going to be crazy because the people in our group, are going to make so much money. And I just ask you, if you can, just share the wealth, teach people what, I taught you, right? Teach people this, because it's just not fair. And then if you think what I'm teaching is going to be outdated, it's not. This thing's been active since 1949, Intelligent Investors. This thing's been around. It ain't going to change. And if it does, I'll let you know. I'll figure that one out, and I'll democratize that. But, the biggest thing, you guys, you want an intrinsic value based on that. So this won't be an intrinsic value. This will be a price to sales. And it all depends on the growth rate here, but we can go ahead and do that for sure. It's just, share the knowledge, right? Because I think that's part of our mastering course. And again, if you guys want access, we have a $1,000 coupon code for people that want access to this, and also lifetime access to stock terminal. Let's see, where is this at here? Linear progression. Yeah. So, I just kind of reflect and I think about it. And the biggest thing is, when I die, because we're all going to die, right? And let's say if there is a God, I can look at my creator and I can say, I've done the best I can given the resources that I have, right? I chose one of the hardest careers, medicine, to try to learn your art, to try to heal. I chose one of the hardest specialties to try to work on the brain that contemplates your creation, that feels your Holy Spirit. And and I also went ahead and did the finance thing, food program, and all this other stuff. So at the end of the day, it's really been an honor to do this. And it's just sometimes nice to just sit down and just think kind of about what you've done. I finished, so I had a long case today, about 7-hour case. Actually, hold on. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, actually, 6 hours and a half. 6 hours and a half. And you know what's funny? We were supposed to finish at 8 hours, but because we did teamwork and we worked together as a team, we were able to finish like 2 hours early, I think. Yeah. So, but that was a really cool case. So we finished early. So I got let out early. So I said, let's do some reflection, right? Because reflecting is good, right? Sometimes you need reflection. So as this thing loads, I already have it here, but Tesla's been on a rampage. Now let's just kind of go ahead and show you guys, right? Tesla's been on a rampage, right? I mean, it is up from its low of 77%, right? A lot. Clover's still outperforming it year to date because it's 1.25%, right? Now, if you don't recall, back in January 27 on our technical edge, part of our stock terminal, also part of the lifetime access, of course, we drew these lines. So you could see, like, I'm not making this up. You could see, like, this is January 27, 2024. Okay. Nothing here is made up. Okay. I talked about Tesla, and you could see Tesla's right here, the little line. And I drew these blue lines. Okay. And I said, this is the technical analysis line. Well, this is the same line here. Okay. You can see that little drop here. We're watching this and it dropped. And that's what happened. That thing here and it dropped. This is what this is right here. Okay. But you can see it started to kind of bounce off of the 50-day moving average. But once it went above that blue line, it broke that resistance. There's your, Weeble says gap up. You could see it gapped up from like 205 to like 252, right? So you can see, how powerful, our technical analysis is. This is not in little pictures. So you can see kind of how I did it, right? You take the peak, and this is on the daily chart. You take the peak. This is why I like swing trading, right? You take the peaks here and you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, and then here, this was 4, but it kind of was respected. It went down a little low, right? You can't catch them all, right? But you can see kind of how it was respected. And if you could just kind of go ahead and, let's just do the weekly graph, you could see how it was trading in this descending channel. And when it broke out, right? And this is kind of, what these technical analysis, again, they don't teach us in school. It's a shame, but here it is. I'm doing my best, right? So given the time, given my limitations and my time and everything, right? We try to do the best we can, right? So overall, smart money, dumb money, we can see some form of rebound here. Smart money may start entering again. So that's kind of weird, a little rebound here, but you could kind of go back down and reset. But, we believe July, as we said, is going to be green. About 65, 70% of the chance. Now, I don't know what growth rate it is, right? So, you said do an intrinsic value, we could do a price to sales analysis for Clover, but what's going to be the growth rate, right? We can just do a humble growth rate of 25%. We don't know. We don't know what the SaaS volume is going to be, but if we can speculate and say, well, we'll just take the current price. We could just grow it at, I don't know, 30%. And then we do 496, and then we could just do a crazy SaaS number, which is 15. I mean, you could see how insane this is, right? Now I would say we could just go ahead and just pop a 10 here, right? Pop a 10. Or even just be a little bit more realistic and pop a 7.5, right? Or just a 7. So you could see these could be the price. And this is growing at 30%, 1.3 billion, right? We know that it's the SaaS business is $0. We don't know what the SaaS business is. I'm just using the Medicare Advantage, which is not SaaS. But you can see, I'm not saying it's going to go up all the way here, but maybe half of it. I don't know, right? You can see the opportunity here, right? I mean, we've seen companies go from 72 cents to $300, right? We've seen this kind of like end phase, right? So it's just it's going to feel real good because we've called out other stocks that 10x, right? But why does this one feel good? Well, because nobody called it out. No one was talking about it. It was just us. It was just me and you, right? So so it feels good, right? So And so that's kind of the thing. And let me just go ahead and look at the thing here. In life, have your foundation solid, then anything on top will support it. Absolutely, right? Al, do you think Trump victory is negative? Right? So we talked about it a little bit with Clyde. I wouldn't say it's a negative. It's just be a little bit more positive for Biden because he is disrupting the healthcare space. But we'll see because Chamath is on Trump's wagon now, so he may throw Clover a bone. And also, Vivek donated to Nikki Haley, so they're probably pretty accustomed to the Republican Party. I never got a shirt, and I've been an OG Club Bull since IOP. Oh shoot, etc. Oh shoot. Now you know what I'll do is I'll curate some cups and whatnot, and that can go to charity, right? So guys, you guys know my personal story. It's just I grew up with no family, and it's just this country has been so good to me, and given me the opportunity to learn and just be able to kind of just write my own destiny here. And it's just having you guys here has really made the life pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. Having you guys here and the stock terminal, we've made some pretty lifelong friendships here. And at the end of the day, Denzel Washington said, "You'll never see a U-Haul behind a hearse." Again, for people that don't know what that means, because I sure didn't. I had to Google what a hearse is. I still don't know how to spell it. So this is a hearse. A hearse is a large vehicle that carries coffins for people that die. Right. To give you an example here, that's what a hearse is. Right. It's a big car. Right. Now let me ask you something, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever seen a U-Haul behind? You know what a U-Haul? First off, because we got people from Europe and Belgium. A U-Haul is a little thing that you a little trailer. A little trailer that we use to kind of let me just show you an example. There it is, right? So like you see, we use a U-Haul to put in your belongings, and it obviously gets big. It gets big like this, and you attach it to the back of your truck. Americans love this, man. Americans love to travel with this, man. This is a big America. I don't know if Europe looks like that. I don't know if Europe has the same thing, but Americans love to lug their belongings around, right? They love to lug it around. And what I'm telling you is you'll never see a U-Haul behind here, right? There's no attachment, right? You don't you cannot take. What are you going to U-Haul? You think you're going to U-Haul this to your grave, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is even with Clover, right? You're going to make all this money and all this all this stuff, buy a big house and just do whatever you want to do with the money and stuff, but it's not your money at the end of the day. It's not like nothing in this life is yours, right? Look at Marcus Aurelius. He's just nice philosopher and leader, right? Nothing in this life is, you don't take nothing with you, right? So what's okay, so what's the point of life? So for me, and again, everyone's different. We're all unique, right? We're all in this this life together, breathing the air together, walking this world together, and part of the world. And I feel like we're all connected, and it's an honor to kind of create this community here. You know what I mean? It's an honor to kind of come together and just just make it a little easier on ourselves and just make life a little bit more bearable. Because at the end of the day, people always want to create a legacy. And I want to create a legacy, but that's through academics, teaching residents in the future and teaching them neurosurgery. Because you teach a resident and hopefully they teach a resident. Because if they do you're still going to leave a legacy if you do private, but still, academics is better, right? Because you teach a resident your techniques, and that resident teaches the other residents, and you just create this whole freaking thing of residents, and it's just freaking amazing. So that you can build a legacy. But let's be honest. Do you guys remember your you guys really honestly know your great grandparents? You're lucky if your children's children know who you are, right? So the whole being remembered is just a facade, is a bunch of bullshit, right? So, what makes sense in this world, honestly, what makes sense is just the people around you, me and you here, you listening to this channel, just making just these small little adjustments. Um, it just really is, it means a lot, right? So the reason why, Kate, the reason why I sound so melancholy is no, the heat. Oh man, I'm from Arizona. The heat's good. No, the reason why is that is I'm gonna be honest with you. It was that that young black woman, her telling me, her son, when she was told, imagine you carrying a baby, right? I'm assuming you're a woman, right, Kate? Well, me too. It's hot as hell. Yeah, Arizona's hot as hell. But imagine you carrying a baby, and imagine you're supposed to when you carry. I assume you're a woman. I'm sorry if you're not, right? Imagine you're carrying a baby, and then your brother. Yeah, you are. Well, and welcome to all women watching this channel. That makes me excited, considering finance is dominated by a bunch of bros. Just look at StockTwits. It looks like a freaking like a high school boy locker room. Jesus Christ. One time I saw crickets, people eating crickets on there, like little memes. I'm like, what the hell is that? Um, what the hell? So, just imagine though, you're pregnant and you have a baby. It's your first baby. You're excited. But then, your older brother, father, someone is your family tells you, hey, they have a jail cell waiting for this person. Like, just imagine that, right? I'm privileged, right? I don't, given that I've lived, such a unprivileged life, I'm still privileged to that nature because I don't know that feeling. Right? I don't know that young black woman's feeling when she was told that. It's supposed to be the happiest day of her life, giving birth to her son. And she was told. So kind of putting that into perspective, it just got me thinking, why am I doing what I'm doing? Why did I create, Al Stock Trades? Why did I create this? Is it's money, right? It gives you freedom, right? Why did I go into medicine, right? To take care of the sick. Why am I in Memphis? Well, because I want to take care of the poor, right? There's a lot of poor people here, right? So it just got me thinking and it got me really reflecting, so, I just that's kind of, again, guys, in life, many people don't sit down and reflect. I'm just kind of doing it publicly with you guys and just kind of taking it and just thinking out loud with you guys. Because if you guys don't reflect, it's mind, body, spirit, emotion, right? You got to feed every cup. Because if you don't, you're going to end up with something. I don't know. There's not a lot of research on it. But I recall I met with a renowned Indian neurosurgeon, top Indian open vascular, endovascular neurosurgeon. Smart man. He's one of the editors of our paper that we published. And he said that, he gave me a lot of these chakras and a lot of these things, and a lot of these kind of life lessons. And the biggest thing is the soul. I'm not saying I'm crying now, but he said sometimes crying is healthy. I've cried with patients before, especially patients with glioblastoma multiforme, right? The GBM, it's a deadly disease, a deadly brain tumor that we don't have a cure for. I've cried with them, right? Warm and sympathy outweigh the surgeon's knife and the chemist's drug. That's in the Hippocratic Oath. So, um, sometimes, you need to feed all cups in life, right? And sometimes in this money-driven corporate America world that we live in, and if you're in other parts of the world, you live it too, because America runs the world, right? So it's important to just slow down a little bit and just kind of think and say, check in with your spirit and say, am I doing what I'm meant to be doing? And my answer is yes, I am. And that really gives me motivation to keep going. And not because guys might ask, like, how the hell is this guy doing all this? Like, how the hell is this guy doing all this, bullshit? What the hell is this guy doing? It's because I'm following my spirit, right? I'm following my God. I'm trying to do God's will, So that's kind of like how I reason what I'm doing, right? So, anywho, a little bit more esoteric video, kind of just just a little reflection, because it seems to me, again, no promises, not financial advisor, the drill. Um, Here's another article here. It seems to me that Clover, with its 32.29% increase, yeah, it seems to me, especially down here. I mean, let's look at this, over on 104%, 104.84%, all the way up to 111%. I don't know, guys. It seems to me that the thesis is starting to come true, right? We had a thesis in the SAS, and that's coming true. Interestingly, we have man, freaking Peter, man. Peter loves LinkedIn, man. Peter loves LinkedIn. This guy likes to talk a lot, I tell you. He's very fun. So let me see. Let me see here. What is it? Look at Peter. He's very excited. He has a hiring badge. He just talked about, like, I just love, haven't you heard of the Oracle of Omaha? Okay, then maybe Warren Buffett will ring a bell, right? And then he's just, why do you think he's talking about this? And then guys, this is like a copy and paste of what we talk about. Buffett grew up and attended University of Nebraska and later Columbia Business School, where he profoundly was influenced by who? Benjamin Graham. Interestingly, here you go to top Warren Buffett book. Nah, that's some bullshit. I wouldn't call my book a top Warren Buffett book, but for some reason, I swear to God, I did not sponsor this. I did not pay for an ad. I think Amazon is doing its thing, but this is I wrote this book, and it's a modernization and an easy to read language, almost like a summary of The Intelligent Investor, right? I recommend you guys purchasing it. Again, all profit proceeds goes to our Global Neurosurgical Alliance nonprofit. So, it goes to a good cause. It's almost, it's in the top 100 bestsellers here. You can see an investment analysis. We also got the audiobook here, which if you look at the audiobook, let me tell you here what's going on here. It's an audiobook here. Holy shit. Excuse my language. It's number 28 in stock. So best selling. I mean, look, these are Amazon's best sellers, and we are 28. We're right here. Holy freaking moly. That's my name right there. Woo. Right. But, the point that I'm trying, if you haven't recalled here, Benjamin Graham, Warren Buffett, and hold on. Let's see if we can just kind of, mastering stock market course. What do I have here? Benjamin Graham. Oh, wait, hold on. Benjamin Graham, right? So, and all of a sudden now, I mean, how good is God? I tell you, how good is God? Look at this, and here we have now the CFO of Clover talking about everything that we've been talking about. Benjamin Graham, value investing, undervalued, yada, 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 yada. And, here we are. Look at this. The CFO of Clover talking about strong fundamentals, competitive management, and long-term growth potential, and value investing with an intrinsic value calculation. And would you look at that? Talking about the American dream and just everything we've been basically talking about, everything. And it's all coming from the CFO of Clover Health. So to all the people that, just didn't, just was like, what the hell is this Al stock trades? What is Al poop trades? What is Al poop trades talking about, right? What is he talking about? I hope that, this post gives you some solace, it gives you some, say, hey, this is good, right? So anywho, not bad, right? Not bad. Is this a live? Finally got on one. Yes, sir, it is. See, how you doing, Christopher? Yes, sir, it is. This is a live. But so you could see in terms of value investing, everyone's like, what are you talking about, Clover? Well, hey, you know what? That's the point, right? Look me up on LinkedIn. Let's take a look. Let's see. You should look me up on LinkedIn. I'm just kidding. Let's see here. Hey, why aren't we connected? We gotta be connected. Do you have any connections? Nope, no connections. Nice smile. Look at that smile. Let's see here. I sent you a connection. Oh, you did Teach for America. Yeah, I love anyone who teaches, man. It's very good, very good. Y- One in a million. No, hey, I just sent you a connect. Did I? Yeah, I sent it to you. You have to accept. Don't reject. I'm just kidding. um, what is going on here? Short interest, Clover, yada yada. It has fallen down 7 point last 4. Yeah, so it's, the short interest has been going down, right? We could check our stock terminal, but who cares? Anywho, guys, that's all I have for you. Again, a little bit of a weird video, just kind of esoteric and just philosophical and just kind of a reflection. But it's this is going to be good. And honest to all the people on our stock terminal mastering and people that watch our YouTube channel, it is going to be an honor to just host this summit in the future, travel with you guys. It's going to be really cool to connect with you guys, on a business level. But really, really the most important part is on a spiritual level, just to connect with you guys and just kind of just enjoy life a little bit. Because at the end of the day, we can't take any of this with us, right? So, I mean, like, what matters most is just, being together, and what matters most is the time we spend, and that's all we have. You know what I mean? Like, it's, if you really want to think about it, because like I told you, you'll never find a U-Haul behind a hearse, right? You'll never. You'll never take this with you. Americans love to take their crap with them, right? They love. Boy, Americans love their crap, I tell you, right? But at the end of the day, we always forget about this day, but everyone's going to feel this day. It may happen to me tomorrow. I don't know. It may happen to you tomorrow. I don't know, right? The point is, it's just what matters most, and this is what I think, and you may disagree with me, is the people around you, is your family, your loved ones, your sons, your daughters, your wives, your husbands. Um, you know what I mean? So this is what matters, right? And hopefully your friends, and hopefully the community that we create in our platform. Hopefully we are all together, and the next 10, 15 years really become very close friends, because at the end of the day, that's all I wanted to create, right? That's, you guys can do the math of how much we charge and how much the data is. You guys can do the math. It's, I think it's a fair it's a very fair analysis. If you guys, at the motivation is the connectiveness and the cohesiveness, and because at the end of the day, that's what matters the most, right? um so that's kind of what I have right there, right? That's let's see here, limited media, I gotta check it. Oh yeah, he loves, man, I don't know why Warren Buffett loves Series XM. I tell you, I feel like he loves the crap out of that stock. I gotta look at it. I gotta look at it. Thanks, great chops for the shirt again, by the way. That's 70s. My strategy clove, I buy every day, building a huge position for 2026. Yeah, honestly, guys, I'm very confident. I'm very confident. Heck, man, this Peter guy is talking everything we've been talking, right? So, anywho, um, yeah. So, God bless you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get back to studying, right? Because I gotta, feed. I gotta feed my brain knowledge so I could learn God's paint and art. So when I go see patients, I can give them the best healthcare possible. And just think of me like, almost like, I'm prepping, working hard, so one day I have the honor and privilege to earn your trust and taking care of your family members and community. So that's kind of how I think about it, right? It's a privilege. Being in medicine is a privilege. It's one of the highest privilege. People complain about not being paid a lot in residency, but I know it sucks, but I tell you, man, it's such a privilege. It is such a privilege. And the whole thing of doing all these stocks things is, one of these days I don't have to work for money. I can just do neurosurgery for free. Just imagine that. Go to Africa and do a bunch of neurosurgery for free. All right. They're gonna call me the free neurosurgeon. You know what I mean? So anyway, guys, I love you guys, and just put God first in everything you do. And if you guys want what I have, and I have a lot. I have a lot for people that know me in my stock terminal, you guys know I have a lot, right? So if you guys want what I have, put God first, right? That's what I've done, and it's worked out pretty well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you on the next one, and God bless you.